Our project was about something called 911 call analysis. It's a new type of junk forensics that's been adopted by police and prosecutors around the country. Our stories were about tracking how it became so popular, what institutions legitimized it, and showing how prosecutors, police use this thing in actual cases. What this thing is, what 911 call analysis is a method developed by a former police officer from Ohio who believes that you can listen to someone's 911 call, their word choice, their cadence, their grammar, and you can divine whether or not they're being truthful, deceitful, whether or not they're innocent or guilty, just from small indicators in the way that people talk. There's been a battery of studies and research that shows that you cannot do this. It's not actually valid, it's not scientific. Still, we found in our reporting, it had been adopted anyway, and it's been used to arrest and convict people. We've tracked about 100 cases where it's been used so far. This reporting was a mix of shoe leather and public records. We had to backtrack where this program has been taught, where it's been used, how it's been used. The way we did that was a blizzard of open records requests to something like 80 different agencies all over the country. We were sending FOIA requests to prosecutors' offices, coroners' offices, police departments. We were looking for communications, email correspondence, incident reports, text messages, photographs, anything that could have documented, invoices, anything that could have documented how this program came to be, those who took it, so attendee lists, course evaluations, anything around the program. But that was, once we had actually identified the different places where it had gone. To do that, we had to start with social media, where the architect of the program had posted he'd been, and then we just sort of reverse engineered cases from there. Once we got records back, explaining what the cases were in which it was used, then we would kind of pinpoint, it was more like a scalpel kind of approach, really narrow approach for all the documentation around that case. So we were reverse engineering as we were going, all through public records. At the end of the day, we were probably looking at tens of thousands of individual files. Since we've published, there's been a little bit of an outcry from both the legal community as well as the scientific. Researchers have reached out and saying, hey, we're trying to replicate this now too. These findings that this program is predicated upon, we're using your stories as a teaching tool, all the way to DAs and judges saying, we're looking at our past cases now. We're doing reviews of cases to see if this has been used, because as you pointed out, this is inadmissible as scientific evidence, and we don't think it holds up, so we need to go look at our own cases right now. In addition, one of the individual stories we wrote about, Jessica Logan, the State Supreme Court of Illinois is taking another look at her case now, and attorneys pro bono from the Exoneration Projects and other groups have reached out to represent her in her case. So there's been some acute impact, and we think some broader, longer term ones in terms of people just being aware in the legal community that this is a thing and that they should be guarded against it.